Welcome all. Today in building services, we are going to see about the single phase and the three phase electrical supply. First of all, what is single phase supply? Single phase supply is nothing but an electrical power supply system that uses only one alternating current, that is AC voltage waveform, to deliver the energy. It is mainly commonly used in the small houses and the small buildings for operating light, fans and the household appliances. Next is about the three-phase supply. Three-phase supply is an electrical power supply system that uses the three alternating current voltage transforms, which will be separated in 120 degree to each other to deliver the electrical power. It is mainly used in the industrial and the commercial appliances. So it because it's provide a continuous, efficient and reliable power supply for heavy loads and large electric motors. So this is an example picture for the single phase AC supply. So single phase AC supply, it consists of the two wires, that is one for conductor and one is the neutral. Conductor is used to carry the current and neutral is the return path of the current. Usually the neutral wire is connected to the earth in order to protect against the electrical shock. So during one cycle of the rotation, that is about 360 degree, so the voltage peak occurs at the 90 degree and 270 degree. So the current will be not delivered at the constant rate. There will be a change in magnitude and direction, usually change flow in current and voltage about 60 times per second. So the single phase AC supply can be used to supply the voltage of about 230 volts. So it is mainly used in the residential purposes where the load demand is less. So this is an example for the three-phase supply. Three-phase supply consists of the four wires. There is is used as the conductor and one is used as the neutral. So three-phase power circuit combines the three alternating current at the same frequency. So it is which is separated by 120 degrees to each other. The power in the single phase supply falls to zero three times per cycle, whereas in three phase supply the value will never be zero. So the power delivered in the three phase supply will be constant. So this is an example of the electrical supply using the three phase system. So this is the other example. So three phase wire systems and three phase four wire systems. So first one, that is there is two types of connection, that is three phase in the three phase three wire systems. So where there is no neutral, only it has the three conductors, that is star connection and the delta connection. Whereas in the second one, it is a three phase of four wire system which has also the neutral. Okay, so that is the star connections, that is with the neutral, and the delta connections with the neutral. So this is an example where how the three wires, three conductors are separated by 120 degree to each other. So this is the wave transmission, and there will be the three positive values and three negative values. Three-phase supply means that the house is having the three power lines instead of one. So in event of if one is damaged or one is backed out, the other will be functioning as usual. So for this situation, it is shown that the three-phase supply makes your house less risk of the blackouts. Then how the power is transmitted through the three-phase supply. So electricity is supplied by power generators and delivered via electrical wires in form of the alternating current. The generated electricity is delivered through the power lines to your estate and then step down before it connected to your house. So that is the three main components in order to supply the electricity. First one is the main electrical fuse, and the other one is the electric meter, and the other one is the distribution board or the fuse box. So main electrical fuse is to prevent the major damages to your house and your neighborhood caused by the huge surges of electricity. So while they separate incoming current into different circuits around your house. Next is about the electric meter, so which is used to measure the electricity usage in the form of the kilowatt hours. So that is how much energy we utilize in an individual building. So both the electrical fuses and the electrical meters are properties of a TNB and can be tampered with. Next is about the distribution board or the fuse box. where electricity in your home is controlled and it is distributed to the individual appliances or the individual equipments or machineries, including plug points as well as all the electrical devices at the home. So the distribution boards belong to you instead of TNB, and it is installed at your own by your own electrician. So the three-phase supply system can deliver the current of about 415 volts. So instead of sharing one wire with the single-phase wiring systems, so each phase in three-phase wiring systems draws its own individual power. This also means that you will get a combination of the three-phase power promising strong, continuous and the smooth flow of AC. So where mainly the three-phase supply is used is for the larger homes and for the industrial purposes and for office or the business, and also for the commercial purposes. Next is about the reasons why a person should consider switching to a three-phase wirings. So when there is a high electricity usage at the homes, or more specifically if an electrical usage exceeds 50 amps or 10 kilowatts, then the circuit breaker is constantly tripping because of an overload of your supply. Then electrical machineries or device that consumes a lot of power which we use in our home, or we have to use the 3 or more air conditioners at the same time. And if your house has the multiple plug sockets and water heaters, it's advisable to switch to the three-phase wiring as well as to prevent frequent power trips and overload of your fuse box. Even though if we use the three-phase power supply, these problems cannot be rectified. That is, frequency frequently trips due to lighting, and trips when you plug into a specific power points, and trips when you switch on a specific appliances. These are the conditions or problems which we cannot solve it. Next is about the advantages and the disadvantages of the single phase wiring. Advantages of the single phase wiring is that it will be of the simple circuit and it can be quickly installed, and connector can be of the lightweight and compact in size. Whereas the disadvantages is more conductor material and transmission system expensive than the three phase. So single phase generator is usually a little more expensive than the three phase of the same power, less efficient for running AC motors than the three phase supply. Next is about the advantages and disadvantages of the three phase. So advantages of three-phase wiring is cost saving, and preferred if application needs varying high power, and smaller section cable is needed to transport energy. Whereas the disadvantages is whole system shutdown if one of the transformer fails and another two transformer of the single phase still functioning. Then maintenance and repair cost higher. So we can conclude by saying that is three phase has more advantages than the single phase. That is, lower wire cost per watt delivered at the same current or voltage. A three phase system requires 50% more conductor area, yet it delivers the 75% more power, and it is less expensive, more efficient motors, then generally higher power factor than the single phase. Smaller cable section in the three phase allows more space savings. Then size or the metal quantity of the three-phase device is not having much difference, but three-phase have the ability to transfer more power than the single phase, and it is easy to adopt a three-phase system to a single-phase board, and it is difficult to adopt a single-phase system to a power three-phase board. Next is about the factors, so which we have to consider when we are switching from the single phase to the three phase. That is number of plug points and size of your distribution board, and type and number of equipments, that is air conditioners or ovens and the water heaters. These are the factors which we have to consider. Thank you.